On today's video, I'm gonna show you how to create a beautiful spring Easter swag, and I'm gonna give you step by step. Keep watching. Hello everyone, I am Ramon. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because we're going to do a beautiful spring Easter swag for your door, and I'm gonna give you step-by-step instructions. This spring Easter swag matches our lantern that I showed you how to make on our last video perfectly, and it is super easy to make. So if you wanna see how to make this swag, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with a friend. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing for future decorating ideas. And if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you can notified for every single upload. Now, if you recreate any of these spring Easter looks, follow me on Instagram so I can share those looks with everybody. All right, let me give you the materials you're gonna need for this project. All right, everyone, the materials we're gonna use for this beautiful spring Easter swag is this plaque from the dollar store. It is so cute. It says, "This chick is ready for Easter." It is absolutely adorable, so we're gonna need one of them. We're also gonna need this variety of spring Easter ribbons that all came from the dollar store as well. We're gonna use some of this fuchsia deco mesh from the dollar store. For our florals, we're gonna use a few Ultramarias from Walmart. We're gonna use some beautiful larkspur from the dollar store. We're also gonna use some of this fern from Hobby Lobby. This is only $4.99. and it is my favorite fern to use for all of my projects. We're gonna use a variety of Easter eggs from the dollar store. For our tools, we're gonna use our staple gun, we're gonna use our scissors, wire cutters, and 2 pipe cleaners. We're also gonna be needing our hot glue gun, and I already said this to you guys, but this is a porcelain dish, and I love it because every time it drips, it doesn't stick, so get yourself a little porcelain dish. And the last thing we'll use is this old wreath that I already have recycled, and I wanna mention that I use the inner part of this wreath for our centerpiece that will be coming up soon, so you can get 2 projects out of 1 wreath. All right, everyone, so now that you know the things you're going to need for this beautiful swag, it's time to get started. Okay, so the very first step we need to do is we're going to grab our little plaque and we're going to attach our pipe cleaners to the back, which will be the way we attach this to our swag. So I'm going to probably separate them about 7 inches from each other, just making sure that you distribute these pipe cleaners evenly. That way, when we attach it, it's evenly placed. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach one of the staples right here. And then I'm gonna skip about 3 inches and I'm gonna do it again. Then I'm gonna repeat this step right here. And that way we have our pipe cleaners that we're going to attach our plaque to our garland. So this is step number 1. All right, so for step number 2, I went ahead and I made 2 funky bows, 1 large, 1 small. Now the large, the strips of ribbon, they are 30 inches long, and the small one, they are 10 inches long. So just go ahead and make some funky bows. Okay, so once you're done with your bows, what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut some strips of ribbon, and these are about 30 inches long, but I'm gonna explain these details later as we work on our swag. So let's get started. So the very first thing I wanna mention is that we're gonna use an old wreath that I recycle for my holiday season. Every time that I pack my holidays, I just leave one out because I know I'm gonna use it for centerpieces, for swags. And as a matter of fact, I have a question from one of you, the viewers, regarding this topic. So I wanna read his question real quick. His name is Richie J58, and he says, "As always, another beautiful job. I really love the lantern, the spring colors, and the rabbit you added into it. May I ask you a question? Do you always use a piece of garland for all your swags? And what can you use if you don't have any Christmas garland on hand? Thank you, Ramon, and looking forward to your next spring project." All right, Richie J. Yes, I always use a Christmas garland. The reason why is because it really is easy to attach. If you don't have a Christmas garland, Dollar Tree also sells these Christmas trees at the end of the season. I just attach 2 of them and create garlands. I used one of these to do our Valentine's. So this is another option to create a swag, and then also centerpieces. But what I do is I basically just deconstruct this wreath. I just cut it out of the form, and then the form can be used for another project with deco mesh. So I'll always save this. Make sure that you save this form right here. And then what I do is I stretch it out like this, And it's worth mentioning the other part of this wreath I use for the centerpiece that will be coming out very soon. And I do about 5 inches and then I give it a twist like this, and that will be our door hanger. So I'm gonna place this guy right here, and then I just go ahead and attach all of this like this. And that way I create a longer piece, more of a teardrop swag. Then what I like to do is I fluff it out, because you will need a lot of these bristles, like so. Once you have it all fluffed out, our step number 1 will be to cover most of this with a layer of our deco mesh from the dollar store. And I like to use the dollar store deco mesh because we use it, but we cover most of it. It's basically just to give it a lot of girth that we are using this deco mesh. All right, let me get my ribbons and my mesh material ready, and I'll be right back with you. All right, everyone, so the very first thing I'm going to do to my swag is add some of this fuchsia deco material from the dollar store. So I'm gonna get my material right here and my scissors handy. And what I like to do, I just drop it on the floor, and I start with a little poof like this. And a lot of people asked the last time that I did this for Valentine's, why do I do this and then cover it? And as I mentioned earlier, it is just to give it some girth, and you'll get to see some of these poofs of deco mesh. So it is just attached. It doesn't really have to be a deco material project. But basically what I do is go ahead and add about 6 inches, and then I go out and then I fluff it. And it will really give it that girth that we're looking for to hold the plaque that we're gonna add to it. So basically I just attach, and then I poof, and then at the very end I attach one more time right here. And this is when we cut our material. And then make sure that you poof this out, and look how pretty that looks. So basically I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just gonna do the outer edge once, and then I'm gonna do the middle once as well. Now I do want to mention that all of the materials that we're using are the same materials that we used on our lantern. If you guys haven't seen the lantern that I did for spring Easter, I'm gonna link it up right now. Go check it out, because it is very important to know that to have a very cohesive look in home when you're doing projects like this, whether it's spring, fall, or holidays, the best way to achieve a cohesive look is to have the same materials. So that's why when I buy materials for my seasonal decorating, whether it's spring, Christmas, or fall, I always buy on bulk. That way when I'm doing my projects, well, I have enough to do my whole house, and it looks cohesive. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add one more right here in the middle, just in case that you're seeing some of it when we put our plaque. And also I use the materials on all of my Easter projects that I did, the little lantern, the basket, and then the little wreath. If you guys have not seen the video with the 3 projects, I am going to go ahead and link it up right now or in the description box, so that way you guys can check it out. So I have a little bit of this material left. I'm gonna go ahead and cover some more of this. So basically just grab right here, pinch, and with your bristles, you attach. Richie, if you are watching this video, this is exactly why I like to use garland. It's a trick that I learned in the many years of working as a florist. It really does give you the thing that you need to attach your material, and you barely see it. So, and if you see it, no problem, because you know we'll add some greeneries and stuff, so it's no biggie. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and fluff this, and I have one, probably enough for one poof left. So I'm gonna make sure I fluff this guy. Then I'm gonna go ahead and attach right here. So far, so good. So then you go back and then you fluff and adjust and do your poofs like so. See, and make it look full just by fluffing your deco material. So far so good. So then the next step I'm going to do is I'm gonna attach my plaque. Let me get it ready and I'll be right back with you. All right, so the very first thing I wanna do is cut this hanger that the plaque comes with, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fold those like this. Now somebody did ask me also, they had a question about the staple size, and I have it right here in my drawer. It is a T50 staples. It's a 1/4 6 millimeters, so 1/4. It's the perfect size because these are really thin, so it's the perfect size to staple on this cardboard or really thin material. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and attach my plaque right here, and then I'm gonna go all the way to the back, and I'm going to attach just by twisting those pipe cleaners. Then I'm gonna grab the bottom right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and attach. See, you get to see a little bit of the material, but not all of it. So that's a good thing because we don't want to see a whole bunch of deco material. So like that. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach my large funky bow to the top of my swag right here. So basically I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take it off the hanger and attach it very securely. And then you twist it together. And that way it'll stay put. And we're gonna repeat this step. Don't worry about the bow, we'll fluff all of it at the end. I'm gonna grab the little one right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and attach this guy right here, doing the same thing, just going around and attaching our little bow. It's gonna look so cute with all the florals and all the foliages that we're adding. I'm super excited to show you guys. All right, and like I said, we'll just leave it there, we'll fluff it. Then the little tails, you wanna grab your tails and you wanna go ahead and just stagger them together with the longest one on the bottom. And then you're gonna gather right here and pinch, fold down. And using some of the bristles, I don't know if you guys can see this, but using some of the bristles of your swag right here, you wanna attach at the very bottom, and that's going to elongate our swag, and it's gonna look so gorgeous on the door going all the way down. It's a super easy trick. Okay, let me get it out. Let me get it down and I can show you guys. You can see all the tails hanging down. Like I said, we're gonna fluff all of this towards the end. Right now we have to continue with our project, and the next thing to add is going to be some greenery, so stay tuned. All right, everyone, so once we have our funky bow on the top and our little funky bow on the bottom with the tails, what I want to do is I'm gonna go ahead and add some of these gingham ribbon to the sides of my swag right here. So what I wanna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and find some of these bristles, and I'm gonna do 6-inch poofs just to add more texture, and that's gonna help fill in. So basically just about a few poofs per side, and as you guys can see, it really frames our swag. And then once you have that, go ahead and dovetail your ribbons. Thumbs up if you guys are enjoying the spring series, and leave me the hashtag spring if you are ready for home decorating spring projects. We've been doing a lot of these DIYs, but I'm so ready to do inside of the house projects. We've been remodeling some of the rooms. I'm gonna swoop this around so I can do it. I'm gonna start up here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use this bristle right here. We're gonna do about a 6-inch poof, and we're gonna attach right here. See, and if this one is too floppy, all you have to do is pull on it like that. And then we're gonna do yet another one right here. Put it right here and attach. And just let your eye dictate where it needs to go. You know, one of my biggest pet peeves is people who do like perfectly styled bows, because I feel like a bow looks more beautiful if you just let it be instead of trying to look for perfection. Two things: remember that Mother Nature doesn't produce perfection, and then also that it doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. So don't be afraid to try. Or I'm gonna dovetail this guy right here. And as you guys can see, it really framed our little swag, and it's looking so cute. Oh, I can't wait. All right, so let me get the greeneries ready. That's gonna be our next step. Stay tuned. Okay, so now we're gonna add the greenery, and just like how we did with our lantern, we're gonna go ahead and add some of this beautiful fern, and we're gonna add with our hot glue gun. We're gonna add a little bit of glue to it. Then we're gonna start inserting right here on the top. And as you guys can see, This fern, it's so beautiful and it's perfect for this project. So we're gonna do a few of these ferns right here. Just by lifting the bow, it's gonna give it that natural look that we're looking for. This fern is from Hobby Lobby and it is very, very affordable. It's about $4 for a whole bundle of it and I just absolutely love it. So adding some of this greenery every time that you do a floral arrangement or you're gonna do something with flowers, you have to add some greenery to support that floral. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some over right here. And I'm gonna do some on both of the bows. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some to the bottom as well. I'm gonna use some of the littler ones because down the bow on the bottom, it's a little bit smaller. So I want it to be kind of proportionate. All right, I'm gonna add one more to the bottom and probably one more to the top and that'll do it. See, that's another thing, the reason why I like working with Christmas garland, because all you have to do is add a little bit of glue and it really, really attaches. Watch this. All you have to do is basically put it there and it'll hold it right in place, and I just absolutely love that. All right, so once our greenery is in place, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some of this larkspur from the dollar store, and I'm gonna go ahead and poke some of out. I'm gonna do probably like 5 to begin with. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the glue right here. And I'm gonna do the same thing that I did. So I'm gonna basically add into the Christmas garland some of these florals. And it really is gonna help to attach where we want it. I'm gonna add one right here. And I love the color combination of the lavender and the yellow. It really is very springy to me. And it's perfect for Easter, I think. I think of little girls' dresses, those little beautiful little girl dresses for Easter. All right, so I'm gonna add one more up on the top, right here. And how cute is that? Thumbs up, you guys, for this larkspur. And leave me a comment down below and let me know what do you think about this swag. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and attach some of these here. I'm gonna add a few more of this larkspur on the bottom. Oh, so pretty. I cannot even handle it, you guys. I'm gonna add one up here on the top, like that. And then I'm gonna add one more to the bottom. Perfect. All right, so then the next thing I'm gonna add is going to be some of this yellow alstroemeria. And I'm gonna do the same thing with it. So basically I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue to it. And it's going to be just a little touch. Remember how I explained this to you the other day? Yellow is more of a highlighter. Think of the highlighter when we highlight something on a notepad. It's basically the same. It just brings everything out. So you want to add some of these guys. As you guys can see, it just a little touch of it goes a long way. So I'm gonna add 3 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And as you guys can see, I'm working on my triangle, my floral design triangle that I always talk about. Make sure that this goes into the garland. Perfect. So then I'm gonna add 2 on the bottom, like this. One up here to kind of support the other one. Then I'm gonna do one on towards the bottom. Right here. Just like that. How cute is that? All right, everyone, once we have our florals in place, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach some of these Easter eggs. So basically I'm just gonna add glue generously because I'm gonna attach this into fabric. So you wanna make sure that it has enough glue so it sticks into the fabric. And then also pressing it down really helps. As you guys can see, there's 2 right here. I'm gonna add a 3rd one up here on the top. So basically just add some of this glue. And these Easter eggs are from the dollar store and they are so cute. And it comes in 2 different sizes. It comes also in this small one right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a few of the small ones to the top as well. And as you guys can see, if you just press it down into the fabric, it'll stay right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and attach a big one to the bottom. just by adding glue generously right here to the side. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I cannot even handle it. I really hope you guys like it. And if you recreate any of these looks, remember to follow me on Instagram because I would love to share your projects with everybody. All right, so then I'm gonna add some of the little ones to my swag just by adding a little bit of glue, and then you can just glue them into the fabric like that. Look, they just stay. I'm gonna go ahead and add all of them because, well, we already have them, so why not? Then I'm gonna go ahead and add this one right here with the big one. That's the other thing you can do is group your smaller items like this. If you group them together, you see them more, like these two right here. Just by grouping these two, then it really helps to stand out. So we're gonna do the same over here in the bottom. By adding some glue, I'm gonna go ahead and add this one with the pink one right here. So far, so good. I'm gonna fluff all of this. I'm gonna put it on the door and I will show you what it looks like. Stay tuned. As you guys can see, creating your very own spring Easter swag, it is super easy and very affordable. I cannot wait to read your comments, so leave me a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite, the swag or the lantern so far, and I cannot wait to show you the centerpiece that is on the works to match this whole project. All right, you guys, well, that's all I have for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share with a friend. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for future decorating and DIY ideas like this. I cannot wait to come up with the next one, and I hope you will come back for it. Thank you, guys. If you haven't seen the lantern, I'm gonna link it up, or you can watch more videos right now. Thank you. You can subscribe today, and until next time, bye. And I like to add them in groups like this. And because I only have one right here, I'm gonna be more generous. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that right there. This is looking really, really good. All right, so then we're gonna add some of our Ostromeria. This is another flower that I love, and I explained this to you before. This flower is like the highlight, the color yellow, it's a highlight. When you